Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Movie Mad channel. It is Sunday morning, and while I was away, and just before, I'm just trying to think about this a little bit. I was sent some very nice gifts, and I ordered one while I was away. Oh, I actually ordered two or three while I was away, and a couple haven't shown up yet, but I'm sure they will. And I was going to show what I've got, but before I do that, I just wanted to, thank everybody for the kind comments about Charlie. There's still not been any sign of him. I've posted it on social media everywhere. Still no sign of him, unfortunately. I was due to uh, work this week, uh, but actually, I've got some work going on in my house in the bathroom on Wednesday and Thursday. So, what I'm planning to do is I'm going to go back to the caravan on Tuesday night. My son's got hospital appointments on Thursday and Friday, so I need to come back on Thursday, Friday, and then head back to the caravan for another week, and hopefully we'll keep looking, we'll keep searching, and hopefully he will appear on there. But thank you for all the kind comments on that. I really do appreciate it. But we'll just talk about the movies while we're here. So, one good point is when you come home from a trip, it doesn't actually feel like it feels like you've been away forever. And this, my little zone that I like to sit in and do my work and things, it feels like I've been away from it for months. But I'm back in it, and I didn't have the good tea bags at the caravan. I technically, which wasn't bad. But I thought I'd make myself a nice cup of tea with the good tea bags. I guess it's the first one I've had since I've come back, is it? Might not have been, because I think I had one yesterday, but I ruined it because I left the tea bag in too long and I forgot about it. So let's see this one taste. Oh, that's good. Also, I managed to leave. I left most of my clothes at the caravan, so I'm wearing a t-shirt that I don't wear very often. And also, I managed to leave my razor. But luckily, I found a spare razor head that still fitted my razor blades in the drawer, so not too bad there. So moving on, we will first talk about the one that I ordered for myself, and this was thanks to the Movie Mad Facebook page. I think it was Neil Hill who put it up, and I've seen this movie already. One of my favourite actors, Nick Cage. To be fair, it's mainly his '90s stuff that like early 2090s Con Air, National Treasure. What am I losing my mind? What other Nick Cage, The Knowing, things like that I really enjoy. But this one intrigued me, and it was on. Neil put was on Amazon and HMV for $7.99, which I've seen this movie, and I thought it was pretty good. The ending was a bit confusing. I think this needs two or three re-watches before you understand it fully. But I've only watched it once so far. But when it came up for $7.99, I thought that was a great deal, brand new, and I took it. And that's Dream Scenario. And the premise of this is that everybody starts seeing Nick Cage, who's playing a professor, in their dreams, and they don't know why, and he doesn't know why either. But he becomes a national celebrity, but that celebrity soon turns into something more sinister. And I thought this was a decent film, and Nick Cage is probably one of his better ones over the last few years. I've got another one, Arceus, to watch as well. I should watch that one. But this one was very good. This is an instant that is like pure comedy. Go, Cage has never been funny. I don't think this is a comedy. I think this is more sinister than that. But it was a very good film, I thought, until the end, and got a bit weird there. But I think I need to rewatch it, as I was saying, to get. Oh, just to let you know, I did check out Hurricane, and thanks to Big P33, who also told me that this was region free. I checked it out, and it is region free. The Drinking Buddies one isn't region free, so I can't watch that. But as I said, I've been wanting to get a multi-region player for ages now, and I've actually got a Blu-ray player in the cupboard, a Sony one, and I was thinking about trying to modify it, but my gran gave me it, so I'm not really want to do that. I'll be looking for one. I'll be looking for like one in the charity shop or something like that. See if I can get a cheap one, Blu-ray player, and then looking at how to mod it to make it region free, and then giving it a go. I think that's what I'm going to do, and that would be a good one to test on. So we'll see on there. Next, I done my shelf video, Shelf 21 Part 2, and as I said, I had a lot of TV series on it, and there was one season missing from Breaking Bad. Or I wasn't sure at the time if there was one season, but it turns out there was one season missing. And very nicely, Larry sent it to me. So that makes a big difference. That makes a big difference because it means it's the whole set. The whole set is there. So I will put that on the shelf, in the right slot with the rest of them. I think this is a great TV series. I've watched right to the end of this. Once I've got through it again, like halfway through, and then I stopped. I don't know why I did, but great series. And Roy mentioned that he really likes Better Call Saul, and he's watched all the way through that. I think I've only seen the first 2 seasons of Better Call Saul, but it's on my radar. What a watch, you know. So thank you very much for that, Larry. And in a similar vein, I was talking about movies that were in CX that seem to be very close to their Amazon price. So I like when they, you know, when the 4Ks drop to about £10 a good 4K second hand price for me. So I was saying there was a few in there that I wanted. The Fugitive was at £18, Wages of Fear was at 20, and Contagion, that was sitting about £18 as well. And I was like, I don't want to pay that for them. It's what I mean by that is that I as I keep saying, I'm a bargain movie hunter. I have to be, because I can't spend a massive amount on my collection, and I haven't spent a massive amount on my collection. I say that, but I probably have over the year. You know, all told, I probably have over the years. But a lot of it is, you know, from trading in, from vouchers, and things like that. Vouchers have been harder to get lately, but as I did trade in a lot of that stuff I got from the charity shop, and I've got a decent voucher. That being said, I still didn't like paying £18 for a second hand one in CX, and I was waiting for it to drop. I was waiting for some of them to drop, and then I'll get them. But kindly enough, Larry sent me Contagion on 4K, and I really want to watch that. Just because I've been away, I haven't watched that. We haven't watched that yet, so I'm going to save this one. And when I get back from the caravan next Friday, not Friday, Friday after, I'm going to put this one on. I could put it on today, but football's on, and also got, you know, just because I'm back from holidays, there's quite a few things to do for going back to work tomorrow. I've got to get school uniform for my son, things like that. Might do that this afternoon. We'll see. We'll see. But to know that I've got this brand new, ready to watch, is excellent. It's excellent. A week before that, I think we were discussing Star Trek as well, and what series that I'd seen and watched. Now, I've watched all of the original series, all of the Next Generation, all of Deep Space Nine, all of Voyager. I've also watched all of Picard. What I haven't watched is all of Discovery. I've only watched 2 seasons of Discovery. Now, people say it gets better, but it just... The thing about it is there's swearing in Discovery, and I don't think swearing should be in Star Trek. It's not just that. It just, you know, it took me a long time to watch Deep Space Nine all the way through, because the first couple of seasons were on Sky, and I didn't have Sky, and they were, well, most of it, they were all on Sky, weren't they? And as I was saying before, I didn't have cable for, well, I don't want to say, I sound like Rishi Sunak, I'm deprived, eh? How couldn't they have cable when I was a kid? When I was a kid, no. So I didn't. And one day I was at my grand's. I've told you the story before. I discovered that Star Trek: The Next Generation was on at 5 o'clock every day, and I was like, Star Trek's on every day, every day. So I used to get the bus home after school, go to my grand's house because she stayed like 10, 15 minutes from my house, watch The Next Generation, then go home. My auntie stayed with my gran at the time as well, and they also had a Super Nintendo and a lot of selection of games. So my auntie was at work till about 6 o'clock anyway. So and she always said I could go in and play and do as long as I kept the place tidy, and uh, usually got there about 4 o'clock. Had to go on the Super Nintendo, put Star Trek on till 6, and then I walked home. And I used to stay at my grand's a lot when I was a kid, maybe like 12 or 13, because she was just up the road. And one summer, I don't think I went home for about 3 weeks. I think my mum phoned me and goes, "Are you going to come home at some point?" And I was like, "Probably." But it was on one of those things I discovered Deep Space Nine was on Sunday nights, but it was only on Sunday nights, and it was only the random episode I caught. So I was like, oh, so I hadn't seen that. Also, I say Discovery might be the same thing, and it might turn out that it's really good, but I didn't get. I have tried to watch it. I haven't got through it yet, but I will. I will do. But the whole point of this story is that Larry also asked me if I'd seen Strange New Worlds, and I have seen the first season of it, but I didn't own it. So he very kindly sent me the whole first season of Strange New Worlds on Blu-ray. This is the best Star Trek show in decades, and this first season of this, I have to say, to me, is better than Discovery. Maybe it's because the original characters, maybe it's not. I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to watch Discovery again. I like Star Trek, so I'm going to watch them all. And this will add season 1 into my collection. I think I've now got every series of Discovery apart from 4 on DVD as well. I'll need to sort them out and get the Discoveries actually up in my Star Trek collection, because they didn't really need to be on the shelf. They should be up in my Star Trek section. So should this, in fact. And that'll give me a little bit more space. Maybe, I've got a couple of stuff. I've got the original series down here, haven't I? So that should really be up in my Star Trek area as well. That'll give me a wee bit. So I've got like a Star Trek shelf up the top here. Up the top here. So that should go in there nicely. So that is what I said, mate, and what I picked up myself in the last couple of weeks. I haven't mentioned this before, but Larry also sent me Aliens on 4K, I think about a month ago, and I haven't mentioned it on camera yet. I wanted to watch it because a lot of people said, there's a lot of controversy over the picture and things like that. And I'll be honest with you, I thought the picture on it was excellent. I really enjoyed it. There's people that say there's digital noise reduction on that, but to me, I couldn't fault the picture. And what's really, really good for me on the 4K release, that is probably the best bit. I've got Disney Plus because my wife pays for it. I wouldn't have Disney Plus if my wife didn't pay for it. That's up to her. But she pays for it. And I used to watch Aliens on Disney Plus sometimes. Well, that's not true. Right, I've got a Blu-ray Aliens in a Blu-ray set. I've actually also got I had a double, I think I got in the charity shop, of Aliens. It's probably about here somewhere. I didn't even put it in the case. I don't know why. It just lies about. And I often put it on the Blu-ray. And the reason I don't watch it on Disney Plus, even though I've got it, is you cannot view the special edition. And I think the special edition adds a lot to the film Aliens, because the automatic gun bit, how discovering the alien, I think it's about 15 or 20 minutes extra. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that adds a lot to the movie. So if there's ever a version of the movie I wanna watch, it's the special edition one, and that's the one I want to put on, and that's on the Blu-ray disc, and that isn't on Disney Plus. So why the whole point of this is I'm saying it is on the 4K, so that makes it a really good disc for me. The other thing I was going to say is that I don't know if you remember, but a long time ago, you used to get movies on ITV. And what they would do is they would start the film off, and then they'd cut to the 10 o'clock news, and it'd come back on after the 10 o'clock news. And I watched Aliens once on that, and it cut just to the bit before the automatic gun scene. And I didn't realise which version I watched. And it came back on, and I was like, oh, they're not putting the guns in it. I didn't want to, I actually don't want to watch the one that doesn't have the guns in it. So to have the on the 4K and this to be sent to me is amazing. So thank you very much for these gifts and my pickup there. I hope you have enjoyed my short video today. I will probably be making another couple. Maybe I'll make another couple at the caravan. I might even make a video on the search for Charlie. I could show you where he flew off. Maybe I should do that, because if I put that up just as a separate video, then maybe more people would. I don't say more people. I think I might entitle it Charlie Cockatiel Missing, and maybe it'll help, and I'll show where he flew off. I'll show you where I actually went searching on the car for hours on a dirt road behind the caravan site because he flew over a field. Well, that's enough about Charlie. I hope you've enjoyed the rest of your Sunday, and if you have got any comments about any of the movies or any of the pickups there, I would appreciate you pop them in there. And if you do that, if you want to like the video, that does help the channel and gets that subscriber account up, doesn't it? Which I appreciate, because I do like the fact that quite a few people maybe value my opinion, maybe they don't, but it is nice to see they watch me. So thanks very much, guys, and I'll catch you next time. I do have a remote to use on this camera now, but I still far prefer just clicking off. Bye, folks.